Time for ukulele class. I'm doing so much over the river and through the woods today that it's ridiculous. Let's get you over to jollyrogerukulele.com. That's where all the sheet music is posted. I'm going to go post our link for today's class on that page. We'll be starting here. I'm 7 after already. I'm supposed to have started 2 minutes ago. So we're running behind, probably starting about 3 minutes actually. Paste one of these days. I'm going to figure out how time works so that I'm on time to everything. There, edit, open a new window, update, and update. All right, so that should get everybody in here. Today we're playing Over the River and Through the Woods. It's official. It's one of these songs that was based on a poem, and we've rewritten the poem enough times and changed the lyrics enough where it's no longer the same poem at all, but it's still kind of popular. So, all right. So there's, why is it going to that view? I don't like that view. All right. So now it's sending me to the right link. Okay, that's good. I got to tweet this while people log in and get settled in. So we use this little machine here. My Bluetooth keyboard takes a few times before it gets connected. https://jollyrogerukulele.com and tweet. All right, so now we've tweeted, and we have. I'm going to post. I think what I'm going to do is post on Facebook on Fridays or on our, the main, just one time a week. It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. Let's see. I don't know if I downloaded our activity for today. Let me make sure I got that going. Who else is in? Lynn is in today. Hey, Lynn, welcome in. Evelyn, yeah, poor Evelyn. She's putting in too many classes here. This, by the way, guys, if you are generally come to the 1 o'clock class, this is going to be the exact same lesson as the 1 o'clock class. So you're going to be able to have the next hour off if you want. Let's see. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. Sandy, traveling but listening, practice G. Sandy was anti-G minor last week. G minor is just not for everybody. There are many people who are just not okay with G minor, and Sandy was one of those people. She's trying to change. She's trying to build her acceptance of G minor as a chord, and so I'm delighted with that. Let's see. Hey, Donna, welcome in. Songs today. There's the song. So then I go over to this button and we're going to download into the ukulele file. And then we go back to the cloud, go down to Over the River. And we stop over the river ukulele PDF right there. Click down. Okay. It's downloading. Badink. Completed. Okay. Exit. Storage. Downloads. Ukulele. We got way too many songs now under ukulele. And Over the River. Here we go. All right, beautiful. Let's see. Vic also wandered in, sprinkling, raining a little bit up in Eugene. That's the phrase we need to hear for the rest of the season. Nancy's in. Hey, Nancy, good to see you. Sandy, works better on. This works better on. The G minor works better on soprano. I think you're making that up, Sandy, but I'm willing to believe that you believe it. Let's see. All right, beautiful. So, Over the River and Through the Woods. Now, a couple of thoughts, guys. We only have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and you guys are in the midst of some serious music that you're working on. I'm not sure what I will add in as Tuesday, Wednesday songs yet. I will toss together one of our other Christmassy type tunes. We'll do that. Then you guys are also working on the Minuet Suite in G major and G minor. We're going to do the first two pages of that, the G major part today. Tomorrow we'll do the last two pages, G minor, and then we will play the whole thing on Wednesday. Today we're going to dig into Over the River and Through the Woods. And by the way, just so we are clear, I'm teaching that in the 1 o'clock hour as well, and it's the exact same version. There's nothing special I'm going to go over in the later hour. I just want everybody to have a Thanksgiving song, and so that's the song. So if you're sitting through this class, if you want to come to the 1 o'clock class, obviously feel free, but it will be the same. The only difference is if we get through the whole lesson, we'll probably pick a couple of other songs off the Christmas list to play. But other than that, this class has all of the meat in it that you're going to need today. So Henry's wandering around here. You may momentarily see me in a tussle with the cat. And so there's that. Let's talk Over the River and Through the Wood. The original title was something about camping with Boy Scouts or something, but now we all call it Over the River and Through the Woods, plural, even though it was singular in the original poem. Also, many of you grew up with this song and had it at some place in your life. You learned to sing it a certain way. Sing it your way is perfectly fine. There's 8 billion different versions of this out on the internet. None of them are the original. And so the problem with the original is it doesn't scan quite perfectly into the music, and it's not light yourself on fire, beautiful kind of piece of music. It's okay, but it's not great. And so any words that you have attached to that song are fine. Just use your words. The other thing is that I went ahead with this one. I was searching. I was actually inspired to do this piece because of a guitar piece that Sean McGowan, one of our local jazz guys, put together a few years ago for Acoustic Guitar Magazine. It's really quite fascinating to watch how a jazz person takes this and then modulates it and then modulates it even further. And it turns into this kind of crazy, really, really intense Over the River and Through the Woods. The further he gets into the piece, we're not going to go all that far. But so you've got I took a couple of his ideas, not all of them, and mixed them in with my ideas of the song. So you got a jazz influenced feeling to this one. It's not jazzy necessarily, but a little bit different than you might be used to singing. And then the other thing that's important on this piece, it's designed to be sung 4 times through. So you would sing the 3 verses that are there, and then on the last time you would go back through and sing the first verse. We will probably just work on it. Not probably. We will only go through this a couple of times. Let's talk about chords. Make sure you know how you'd make a G chord, index, middle, ring, and then the A chord. Okay. F sharp minor, you just add on a ring finger there, and then go back to your G chord. And when you're switching between those two, it was interesting. I just was watching my own fingers going through from F sharp minor to G, how my middle finger is sort of in charge of that motion. Right, you're hanging out here. Middle finger is busy dropping down, and your index finger is busy coming in. I'm still focusing in on getting my index finger in the correct spot, so that the rest of the chord comes together as a G. Okay, E minor 7th, you just lift up a ring finger. There's that jazz feeling to it. Slide back to the A7. Okay, and then D. Okay. Let's walk through the tunes. As you guys know, I can't sing. Over the river and through the woods to G chord. Grandmothers, and then we're going to go back to A. House we, D chord, go. The, okay, E minor 7 is going to feel very jazzy. Horse knows the way to carry the, and B minor, sleigh through, and then E7, index, middle, ring. White and drifted snow. Now, I should have stopped on that B minor. That's a bar on 2, ring on 4. And that's not how the original sounds at all. It sounds cool though, right? And then E7. Okay, and there is no original. We don't know where the sheet music came from this. And then page 2, over the river and through the woods. Oh, G chord. How the A chord wind does D chord blow, and to get to the D7, just lift up your middle finger. Okay, and you can feel like, oh, now we're coming into the hanger there. Back to your G chord at 17. Stings the toes and F sharp minor, bites the, and then the B minor bar ring, nose as E minor 7 just drops straight down. E minor. Over the ground we go, and then to get back to the top, okay, then you go back and do it again. We'll do it twice through. So the chords themselves, B minor is a little bit of a challenge. Other than that, these are all sort of our standard issue chords. And when we come around the last time through, we're going to blow right through measure 20 into 21. And I just want to talk about that just briefly. You're going to go from G to A to D to B minor to G to A7 to D. I have to take just a moment here to give a commercial message for marriage. If you ever are questioning whether you should get married or not, I'm going to tell you should, because my wife just now walked in with cold brew coffee that she filtered and made herself for me just now. So here's to wives everywhere. Oh, did you try it?
No.
Oh, you should go try it. It's very fruity, very fruity. We've switched coffee beans. I drink Komodo Dragon in the morning. It's an Asian coffee, very, very, very dirty, kind of mushroomy, and really dark and heavy and duty. And when you make cold brew coffee with it, it's sort of like, and it doesn't feel the same. So we switched to some blonde roast. Christmas blend, I think, from Starbucks. And she says, you'll like it because it's very blueberry. They know I know coffee. And so they're like, really, really blueberry. And it's super, super crazy, fruity. So funny. All right. So there you go. That's my advertisement for getting married. All right. Now, you got your chords. Not too bad. Let's play the melody. Those of you who are newer, guys, play the melody. Seriously, this is going to teach you more about playing ukulele than anything else I could ask you to do. Melody, 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 melody till you're sick of it. Okay. We're starting on 5s, probably pinky. Okay. 5, 5, 5, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 4, 7, 5. So when you go into that 4, I was working with baritone players earlier, and I was like, probably go to 5 and 7. But if you grab the 4 with your index finger, you're now covering 7 and 5, so there's less motion there. 4. Okay, that's a nice way to do that little section. Next, measure 5. Let's play. And this will sound like the song you're used to. 1, 2. Oh, 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 2, 3. Oh, 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 5, 5, 5, 4, 2, 0. Oh, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 5, 5, 4, 2, 0, 0, 5, 5, 5, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 2, 0, 2. Oh, and that takes you back to the top of the song. Okay, last time you come through at measure 21, it's going to be 2, 4, 5, 2, 2, Okay, so the melody on that section is not that exciting, but it's meant to be sort of a little flourish at the end there. Okay, I think that's what I needed to tell you about melody. Okay, so now let's walk through the entire tough uke, and it's challenging. Okay, so be patient with yourself. You're going to start off with a G chord, and then add your pinky on 5. Okay, and strum that, and then a couple fives. Now just slide your pinky back to 4, slide your index finger back to 1, and then move your middle finger up to the A chord. There on top, not using my ring finger. Okay, and now your ring finger is going to grab the 2 there at the end of measure 1, and then pull it up to get the C F sharp minor shape, and then hit the 2. You're already holding it down, and then probably drop your middle finger down to get the 0-2, and then the 0, and then 0-2-2. This sounds cool. And then push your middle finger up to get the 3, and then open, and then an index on 1, pinky on 4, slide to 7, and then slide back to 5, add a bar. Okay, so that's a complete thought in and of itself. It's your intro into the main part of the song. Then the main part of the song, D chord, regular open D chord, ring finger forward to get the 3, and then right back to the D chord. Measure 7, drop down, grab a G chord, add your pinky, and measure. Then you got that A chord with the 4 on the top again. So again, pinky slides back, index slides back, middle finger jumps up and grabs the 2, ring finger grabs the other 2, and then a D chord. Decorative chord here, open, back to your, this says E minor 7th, but the melody note's a G, so you might as well just grab a G chord. Now your index finger drops back 1 and D chord. And here I've just been grabbing a quick bar with my ring on 4. It's a lot of work to get that one little note buried down in there, but it does sound nice. E7 shape. Grab the 2, and then an A7 shape. Full A7. Okay. Every time my texting thing goes off during the day, I worry that it's some sort of emergency happening. So give me just a second to make sure I'm not in trouble with anybody. Nope. Everything is silly. Page 2. Grab your D chord. Ring finger forward. Another D chord. Another 0. G chord with your 5. A chord and a 4 again. Hit the 2. And then 2-2-2-0. Middle finger up to get the D7. Hit the 0. G chord with your pinky again. A chord, draw back to the 4. Ring finger on the 2. F sharp minor. Hit the 2. Bar chord with your ring on 4. Open. And then this is the hard part of the song in my mind. This 2 and the 4. It's an E minor chord, but you've got to, the 2 is the melody note, so it's on the wrong string and in the weird spot. So you're just going to do 4 and 2. Okay. And then this looks like an F sharp minor, but it's really an A chord with this 2, this F sharp as your melody note. Hit the 0, and then 2's 2's. A7, and that will either send you back to the top of the song, or you'll go on to measure 21. You're going to play a G chord, A chord with your 4, building up that volume, D chord with a 5, and then this will feel like it drops down when you add your B minor on. Okay, then back to the G chord, then A7. That's how we wrap up songs, and then a D chord. Bum, 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 bum. That's how we're going to end the song. Okay, let's play it. If the tough uke's too much, you play the melody. Okay. In the beginning, you may say, all right, I'm going to try tough uke until it gets bad, and then I'll switch to melody. That's perfectly fine too. Um, but if you're newer, playing melody along with me is a very valuable skill. Not so much that playing with me is a great thing, but just having this urgency of playing with somebody, it makes you forget your mistakes. Like, oh, made a mistake. Can't worry about it. Gary's still going forward. I got to keep going forward. You hear me do it all the time. Most of the time when I make a mistake, I just play right on through. You might see my face go, ugh. Right? But I shouldn't even be doing that. Just keep playing. Once in a while, I blow it bad enough where I have to stop for you. But for the most part, mistakes are going to happen. You just keep pushing forward. Okay, I'm going to play it first time through with my thumb, and the second time through, I'm going to be playing it with the claw shape. Okay, and remember when you come back, you're going to go to measure 5, not to measure 1. Okay, 2 times through from the top. 1, 2. To measure 5. The ending. Okay. Very nice. A little different take on the song, I would say. We're used to hearing a right, really kind of bright and cheery. This is a little bit more complex, a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit sadder. We're Thanksgiving and you're not supposed to hang out with your family this year, so it's kind of sad, right? But that's I like overall the way it moves with itself, and the sort of additional complexity of adding in a little bit of jazz chording, not a ton, a little bit of minor keys here, minor chords here and there where we might typically put a major in there, just to give it bigger depth of sound. And so hopefully that's playing well for you in whatever manner you're playing it. And of course, if you're a singer, just play what you got there, and it'll be funny. It'll be interesting to watch how your voice adjusts to the different chordings in there. And of course, if you are newer and you're working on getting up to snuff, playing melody, I talk about it all the time, but it is that important. So let's see. Love playing with, Lynn. Yeah, I do think just keep going. That's the hardest thing that we have to teach as any musician, right? Is that this desire for perfectionism. You don't start playing music on accident. It's usually because I mean, everybody loves music, right? So that's take that issue beside. Well, who's going to actually start creating their own music? Has a tendency to be people who are ambitious. Has a tendency to be people who want to try to create something. It has a tendency to be people who have at least a little bit on the ball, right? And what happens there is that you end up feeling like, okay, I got to get it right. And that is perfectly legitimate. All those things are legitimate. But at the end of the day, I got to teach you to let things that aren't right go. And that's not something that any of us are really trained to do. In school, you get in trouble if you do it wrong, right? In music, you're going to do it wrong and you got to forget about it. And so it's a very different mindset. And so I think that's part of the reason to show up and play with somebody is that it just keeps you moving forward. So, hey, Linda, welcome in. Glad you're back. All right. So that's Over the River and Through the Woods. We'll play it tomorrow and Wednesday as well. So be working on that at home if you can. And then let's go on over to the Minuet Suite and let's knock that guy out. Minuet Suite Solo Complete. I want to just talk about the first two pages. We played this all last week, and we're going to play it again Monday and Tuesday. Today, we're going to cover pages 1 and 2. Tomorrow, we'll cover 3 and 4. On Wednesday, we'll play it top to bottom. Okay. So today, those of you guys that are newer, this is a lot. This is a lot, right? And so what I need you to be doing is playing the melody. In and of itself, the melody on this piece is plenty. It is super complex. And then, of course, we'll go back and we'll play it tough uke as well for those of you guys that are starting to put that together. Now, box Minuet Suites, probably if you're on piano and you're a new piano player, we want you to play it kind of fast. Bum ba da 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 dum bum 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 ba da 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 bum bum bum. That's kind of what we're looking for. But on ukulele, if you play it as bum 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 bum, perfectly fine, right? Take your time to play. I would much rather you play it slow and keep the timing clean. The challenge with Baroque music is they didn't have metronomes, so there was this sense that you just had to get it right. And this business of keeping everything neat and orderly and clean is very important on this piece. And so if you don't know the piece, go listen to the MP3 a bunch of times. The second thing is that the sheet music is actually very helpful. There's only quarter notes and eighth notes, I think. And so the quarter notes are worth 1 and the eighth notes are worth 2. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. So trying to keep that nice and clean and pretty. How I want to play this today, I want to play down through measure 16. I'm going to play melody. Okay, you play whatever way you want to. Then I'm going to go back, like the sheet music says, back to measure 1. I'm going to play tough axe or tough uke the second time through. As I'm going through the second time, I'm skipping 16. Remember, that's a first ending. We're going to go to 17, and we're going to play all the way down through 33. When I hit 33, I don't go back to the beginning. I go back to measure 18 at the top of page 2, and I'm going to play that tough uke. Okay, and then I will jump to 34, and then we're going to stop. Okay, so we're just playing these 2 pages. First time through. Now, I want you, if you're a tough uke, play it tough uke both times. If you are really getting tough uke, I want you to play it with your claw. It's going to sound much more classical with the claw, but your thumb works absolutely as well. And so we'll play down first time through, then the second time through, then go on to page 2, first time, second time. Okay, and I'm going to play melody the first time and then tough uke the second time. From the top, 1, 2, 3. To the top. Second ending. Let's go on to page 2. I'm going to go to melody. To 18. Whoops, sorry. 29. And then we go on to page 2. Since I blew it, I want to play it one more time. I played the same measure twice. That's what happened there. Let's go from measure 18 one last time through. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we'll go on to the G minor section. That's the sandy section, right? Um, and so that's what we're working on for this week. Is getting both box minuet put together, and then of course two or three uh, new holiday tunes. I'll get you at least one more holiday tune tomorrow, theoretically, and probably two. And again, guys, if you are newer, play those melodies. Really get comfy playing those melodies. And if you are traditionally come to both the 1 o'clock hour and the 2 o'clock hour, no sense in coming to the 1 o'clock hour today. I'm going to do the exact same pieces of music for them, Over the River and Through the Woods. And then we might play two or three of the just regular Christmas tunes. We'll probably take requests tomorrow for that class. For those guys, obviously, we're going to be talking about, how do you increase the complexity of that? But other than that, it's the same exact lesson. So that's what I know about playing ukulele today. Hopefully that's exciting and fun. Linda made it back in just in time for us to be done. Linda, I can use all the practicing. Linda's like, yeah, I could repeat this. Yeah, so there we go. Unless there's questions, comments, or concerns, we'll pull the plug on this episode. We'll all go shake it off, and I'm going to drink some cold brew that's fresh out of the refrigerator. And Linda's agreeing. Yep, I could use some more practice. Vic, thanks. Vic feels. She says earlier, I feel like I'm in college again. I'm going from class to class to class. Yeah. The nice part about these classes is you can play hooky when you're sick of listening to the teacher. So it's probably encouraged on some level. Yeah. So there we go. I really like these two pieces. I like them both. I love this box minuet. We probably talked about it last week. With box minuet, you know how there's a couple of people who are famous ukulele players. Ukulele players are not famous. Let's not be confused. The vast majority of people in the music business have never heard of Jake Shimabukuro. That should tell you where we are at with fame in the ukulele business. But there are a few slightly more famous ukulele players out there. And one of the things they do is they'll go take a piece like Box Minuet and play it real fast. And you think, oh, they really know what's going on. You guys can be that person now. Honestly, this is exactly how they would play it. This is exactly the type of music that makes you look like you really know what you're doing, and lays into ukulele very nicely. And so you could have this sort of designer piece that the elite of ukulele would be playing. Let's make sure we're clear that there is no elite in ukulele. There's people that are kind of well known in the ukulele community, but outside of that, we are playing music that you can be playing at a high level just the same as anybody else. And so that's what's exciting. Finally getting this one. Yeah, it's a lot, you guys. And so patience. Grasava. Okay, pulling the plug. Have a wonderful day. Good to see all of you. Glad you're back from the weekend. And I won't say hi. I won't list up everybody's names, but I think we greeted everybody as they came in. So have a wonderful day, and I will see all of you either in the next hour for the exact same over the river lesson, and when we'll play a few more Christmas tunes over there. So go shake it off, and I'll see you either a little bit or I'll see you tomorrow.